Well, we have the UN, so we might as well use it. We might as well invest the time and effort into it. It works. We've seen it works. It brings nations together. It keeps nations like Iran and Iraq on the defensive, and we can hold them accountable. The problem is right now the Bush administration and past administrations have been very lukewarm to the UN, and I think that has to stop. We have to start investing into the UN and giving it all our effort.
All right, go ahead, Wade.
Yeah, if you want to keep the UN around, I think we had something like that earlier on. Yeah, I know they do a lot of stuff without the support of the UN and stuff like that, but that's the way it is. So, UN will probably still be around, but I still think they'll go around the UN. The United States will when they want to do whatever they want to do or they need to do.
And I am in full support of trying to get the UN back, because, I mean, it really, I would call it a main reason that it doesn't work is because the whole international law thing. But yeah, we should definitely try to get it to work more effectively, especially in Afghanistan. But yeah, go ahead, Zach.
Zach says the UN is in truth one of the last leftover war relics of World War II, aligned with the spoils of it. It's obsolete and the setup needs to change. They have been ineffective in solving the problems they set out. There needs to be... Wait, I'm going to undock this guy. Fundamental changes there, and diplomats need to be more mindful of all sides, not just defending their members' nations' opinions polls. And permanent members of the Second Council, I think that's second, I don't remember, to be elevated every now and then. China and Russia need to prove their worth, and France too.
Alright, thank you. I'm just looking through what I have here. Alright, yeah, we didn't talk about this. This is a big thing. The death penalty. What do we think about the death penalty? Do we support it all the way? A federal law? A state law? What should we do? Go ahead, Kurt.
I'm sorry, we were
What was that?
I have no idea. I have no idea where that came from. It's high for life. I undocked him, so yeah, 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and kick him because I don't wanna... Yeah, Josh is yes, that's definitely it. Just, you know, Jeff is a Democrat, so yeah, I don't want him here. Okay, yeah, the death penalty, go ahead, Kurt.
Could you repeat the full question again?
Just what do you think about the death penalty? Should it be a federal law, a state law? Should we just ban it? What do you think we should do?
The death penalty, as far as I'm concerned, should be outlawed. Any forms that they have currently used has been cruel and unusual punishment. It's not an effective deterrent to crime. People, if they're going to commit a crime, they're going to commit a crime. They couldn't care less if they're going to get the death penalty. But in terms of morality, if you're an abortion opponent, then certainly you should be an opponent of the death penalty, sanctity of life. So, yeah, I think it should be outlawed completely.
Wade?
See, well, at least finally I can do, well, you said disrespect. I'm too tired to do all that. Yes, on death penalty, I think it depends on the crime, probably the most extreme crimes. And I'm going to bring back my little speech, bring back the gas chamber and the guillotine. We want some more nice, punishable crimes. Let me get my thoughts here for a second. I'm going to fall asleep on y'all. If it happened to someone in your family, if someone killed one of your family members out of cold blood and stuff like that, I mean, what would you, I mean, I guess maybe some people would just killing themselves. But, I know if somebody did that to somebody in my family, I definitely wouldn't want them to live one more day. So I think it comes down to when you're more connected to it too than when you're not. Not that I've ever had anybody kill my family.
I would make it a federal law, because honestly, my stance on it is if you kill someone, we kill you back. But we'd have to have complete evidence and like overlying evidence that we know you did it. It can't just be, well, we think you did it, so we'll kill you. It has to be, like, we need to pretty much know that you killed someone. And that's the only way I do it. So, go ahead, Zach.
Zach says, perhaps in the most extreme cases only, multiple murderers, etc., and the guillotine was originally invented because it was the most painless instant death. But be careful about catering to the anti-death penalty. I don't know what that is. They are most often also the anti-punishment of any kind, says Zach. And Kurt wants to have another comment. So, Josh.
Yeah, go ahead, Kurt.
More to the point where you were saying, Josh, that you want to make sure that they're guilty of the crime. We've had too many instances where somebody has been convicted and put on death row and then ultimately executed that we later found out was innocent. You can't bring them back. Once they're dead, they're dead. And unless you can absolutely make sure, and 100% of the time, that nobody's going to be wrongly convicted and executed, then you can't have the death penalty. I mean, there is no middle ground. It's either you're 100% sure they're guilty, and if you're not, then you should not have the death penalty.
I think we're preaching an hour about now. This should probably be the end. But I do want to comment on one last thing that I'd like to go around with. Driver's licenses for illegal immigrants. Do you think that the illegal immigrants in our country should have the right to have a driver's license? If so, why?
Zach.
Or if not, why? I'm sorry.
Zach says, to response to Kurt, if there was enough evidence to convict them of murder, were they truly innocent? They may have been connected somehow.
Sorry, let me just say one last thing. Yeah, let's finish this up, you guys. You guys can go ahead and debate first on this one, I don't care. And then we can get into the other thing. Go ahead.
Okay, I just quickly want to say in response to Zach, they might have been connected somehow. Well, gosh, if they're connected somehow, does that still mean they warrant the death penalty? And we've always had a mistaken identity, and I mean, I'm sorry, if somebody's being connected somehow doesn't mean that they should warrant the death penalty. So, I'm a little wary of that statement. Now, in regards to immigration or immigrants being allowed a driver's license, no way, no how. I mean, they shouldn't. I would be surprised if they could even understand the test taken to get a license. And if they could, I'm sorry, no. They need to be a legal citizen.
Wig, you have a choice. You can comment or you don't have to.
Yeah, I'll comment. Why not? I got a question too. But yeah, illegal immigrants, like Kurt was saying, can they even read English? Or do they give the test in Spanish now, or whatever other language they do? Who knows? But the question I have, if someone killed somebody that you love so much out of cold blood.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's just try to finish up on driver's licenses, and then you can ask your question, and then we'll finish it up.
All right.
I say no because they're not a legal citizen. They don't deserve it. So, yeah, that's my answer. Go ahead, Zach.